70 years, no journalists have been sent to prison. The crime that they say I committed was breaching a reporting restriction. That same weekend, 3 other journalists breached the same reporting restriction. I have the court transcripts which prove the judge was made aware of these other 3 journalists. No charges were brought against any of them, just me. And it's not that I've already spent months and months in prison, and now they wish to put me back before the head judge of Britain at the highest court in our land. I'm in court for holding an iPhone and telling people and reading information that's already in the public domain on the internet. And I face prison for that. I'm going to a court that only usually hears murder trials and terrorism trials. It's unprecedented. So if I went into court and done anything but tell the truth, I'd have to walk around with my head down for the rest of my life. That's how I feel. So if I do go to prison, then I go to prison knowing that I've told the truth and I've stood true to my conviction. And to be honest, I've called out their bullshit, because that's what it is. This is, you are deceiving an entire nation. You are hiding the truth from the general public, the truth which could protect young victims. I care about the victims. I care about the girls. I want to see them stopped more than I care about my perceived interpretation or my perceived view of the men's religion that was doing. So, and again, what happened on the Friday afternoon when I went to court, I was straight away taken and thrown in prison within 5 hours. The judge, the same judge, Judge Marston, he heard 6 weeks of evidence from 18 young children who gave evidence against these men. The judge allowed those men to go home on that Friday afternoon. One of those men packed their suitcases and has now disappeared to Pakistan. He's been sentenced in his absence. So whilst locking me up like I was a danger to society, he allowed a child rapist to go home, pack his suitcase and leave our country. All of those men that I stood outside that court and filmed that day have all been now serving 221 years in prison for raping children. But the question I'll ask again is, how and why were those men walking the streets with our children for an extra 12 months whilst they were walking in and out of court on bail?
No, that's right. People have no idea what some of these third world countries are like. These are demon nests, and those of us that stand against it are the bad guys. But at the end of the day, the big banks, the big corporations have bet on 1.8 billion Muslims currently, 3 billion by 2030. They look at Chi-Coms. There's 1.4 billion. They think it'll be 3 billion. And they just say, we'll bow down. America belongs to Chi-Coms. They belong to Islam. So what if Chi-Com kills little girls? And so what if Islam cuts girls' genitals off? It's liberal. Cut their genitals off. And you just cannot underestimate the magnitude of the sellout against Western civilization. But I believe the awakening's here, Tommy, and I believe we're going to defeat this. But I salute you, TommyRobinson.online, where they can find you. Got a minute left. You're standing firm. We all admire you. Final comments.
Final comments. I'm in Germany now. I'm sitting in Germany now. I've attended a demonstration today by tens of thousands of Germans. I've watched, when I started opposing Islam 10 years ago, it was a very lonely place. Now we've seen a lot of good coming from Europe. We've seen the Italian election, the Austrian election. We've seen the rise in the Swedish Democrat Party. We see the Alternative for Deutschland. There is a political revolution brewing in Europe. It's coming. We're on the right side of history.
That's right. And Brazil's going nationalist. And here, it's common sense. Tommy, let me say about during the break, we salute you. Pray for it. Pray for Tommy Robinson. Pray for InfoWars. I'm a little greedy here. I need the prayers as well. We'll be right back. Newswars.com, InfoWars.com. Tomorrow's news today. This is really facing George Soros right now is what this is. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
We all know. Hey, what happens if you try to order your favorite InfoWars Life product only to find out they're sold out? Yeah, I know it kind of sucks, but there is a solution. All you got to do is go to InfoWarsStore.com and click on Auto Ship. Bam! Problem solved just like that. And now you're scheduled for regular delivery. That means no more back orders, and you'll never run out of your favorite InfoWars Life products again. Pretty cool. But guess what? It gets better. When you sign up for Auto Ship at InfoWarsStore.com, you get an additional 10% off that product. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. So what are you waiting for? Support the InfoWar. Order and click on AutoShip at InfoWarsStore.com or call 1-888-253-3139.
For months and months and months, CNN, BuzzFeed, and others lobbied to have Alex Jones removed from social media. He was removed from basically all the major social media platforms apart from Twitter. And then they said, oh, you're not being banned. You still have a platform on Twitter. You still have an app in the App Store. Boom, banned by Twitter, banned by the App Store. Oh, but you still have a website. You still have InfoWars Store. You still have a shop front. And then what do we see? Washington Post. Oh my God, traffic to Alex Jones's InfoWars Store has increased by 50%. Maybe now we should look at that all the way down the line. They literally want to sabotage people's right to commerce. They will not stop, which is why we need your support right now by getting the products at InfoWarsStore.com. And again, we're not funded by giant fat checks from George Soros like Media Matters is to fund these deplatforming campaigns. We're not funded by Gulf state dictatorships like CNN is. We're only funded by you by getting the products at InfoWarsStore.com.
Introducing Ultimate Bone Broth Formula. Bringing back one of the biggest fan favorite formulas we've ever offered with even better ingredients. Ultimate Bone Broth to help you save big on this new product and stock up. We're dropping the price to $19.95. Our previous supplier was unable to get the incredible ingredients while keeping the cost low. Since we wanted to make sure that you got the best value possible, we've now switched to a new supplier with even better ingredients. That's why it's now the Ultimate Bone Broth Formula. The incredible ingredients included in the Ultimate Bone Broth Formula include chicken bone broth, turmeric root, chaga mushroom, bee pollen, goji berry, and alfalfa herb powder, and even more, of course. These powerful ingredients are going to help you get the most out of your workout by supporting your healthy muscles, digestion, tendons, and ligaments, while also supporting your body's fight against free radicals. It's time to take advantage and pick up your bottle of an updated favorite formula with Ultimate Bone Broth from InfoWars Life. Thank you.
One of the most incredible cups of coffee can be found in the high mountains of southern Mexico, where the Chiapas farmers have spent years perfecting their techniques based off traditional perfect conditions. We've sourced only the best to provide you with our immune support and Wake Up America Patriot Blend coffee. Ancient Mayan knowledge